following is a Hoop Ball presentation.
Hello and welcome to the Box Score Breakdown for Super Bowl Sunday, February 3rd, 2019. I'm your host, Neil Rochlani, going solo as Adrian Benjamins is with a dying computer, or maybe a dead computer, trying to figure that out. So, fortunately, I just have 3 games to go through, and it'll be a short one. Had to wake up after watching that football game. But let's dive right in to the box scores. Or actually, let me take a quick look on the news. I know Hood got traded to Portland. Doesn't seem to make much of a difference for him. Anthony Davis is still sitting. We'll see how that plays out by Thursday. And then that looks like the major news. Gary Harris out tomorrow, so Monte Morris is still a must start, in my opinion, if you can pick him up until he comes back. All right, let's go to the 3 games from today. Start with Memphis against New York. Memphis wins 96-84. This is first look at the new New York Knicks team, but we'll start with Memphis. Jaren Jackson Jr. having a solid game here with 16 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists. Unfortunately, no blocks and did struggle from the line. 5 of 8. Marc Gasol, Conley, both having very solid games. First good game for Justin Holiday in Memphis. 19 points tonight. Shot 7 of 16, including 5 3-pointers, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. I guess it could come around for him. I am not betting on it. Staying away from him. I just think his field goal percentage is too much of a killer at this point. Shelvin Mack played 25 minutes, but only scored 2 points on 1 of 8 shooting, 2 steals and a block. I still like him if Conley gets moved. Not much else here. Noah getting some run, 16 minutes. This team will go into full tank mode, I'm presuming, sooner than later. So let's see who they trade, first of all, if they trade anyone, and then who jumps in. Bruno has a chance to emerge as well in the front court, along with, of course, Jaren Jackson Jr. will be solid. But as far as pickups go, not sure, besides Shelvin Mack, who else might be good to speculate on. Still trying to figure out the Grizzlies. On the Knicks side, Dennis Smith Jr. did start, but did not do much. 3 of 9 shooting, 8 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists tonight. DeAndre Jordan starts as well. 12 points, 12 rebounds, 3 of 4 from the field, including a steal and a block. No Vonleh. I think this actually helps Vonleh's value, playing alongside Jordan. Tonight, not so great. Just 24 minutes, 9 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 of 5 shooting, a 3-pointer, but I think he'll be fine going forward, assuming he does get close to 30 minutes a game. Speaking of, Kevin Knox played 35 minutes tonight, scored 17 points with 2 rebounds. His big struggle is the field goal percentage tonight, 5 of 18 from the field with a steal. On the off the bench, one guy I'm watching, Super Mario Hezonja, I think he has potential because he can put up a lot of counting stats, do decent on the percentages, and I don't really think he helps the team win, which is what they're going for in the second, or the last third, I should say, of the season at this point. Tonight, 14 points, 8 rebounds, 1 assist, 5 of 8 shooting, 2 of 4 from the free throw line and the 3-point line, and a single steal. So I would keep an eye out for him. He may not get enough minutes, though. I think he's going to need, high 20s at the very minimum to be trustworthy. And if he's coming off the bench, that might be hard. I think a lot of these Knicks are just going to get middling minutes in the 20s and not be able to trust much, except for perhaps Jordan. Well, he's a definitely must trust unless they start to bench him. Vonleh, I think, can be okay. Points leagues, Kevin Knox, and then Dennis Smith Jr. potentially. And then watch, I guess, for the other guys. My eyes are on Hezonja. Moving on to the second game tonight, we had Oklahoma City against the Boston Celtics. OKC falls The high scoring affair here, 134 to 129. Westbrook triple doubles yet again, 22 points, 12 rebounds, 16 assists, 2 steals, and a 3-pointer. The two downsides are his field goal and free throw percentage tonight, hurting you there a little bit. Paul George continues to be playing exceptionally well. 37 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 10 of 12 from the line. Not so great from the field tonight, 11 to 27. Took 16 3-pointers and made 5 of them, a steal and a block. Jeremy Grant, 15 points, 3 rebounds, 5 of 8 from the field. 2 of 2 from the line, 3 of 5 from the free throw line, a steal and a block. Steven Adams, solid game, 16 points, 9 rebounds, 2 steals, 7-11 from the field. 2 of 4 from the line. Off the bench, Schroeder contributes in 23 minutes, 16 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. And Terrence Ferguson does not in his starting role at 34 minutes. So no changes here. Nerlens Noel gets 12 minutes. Obviously not nearly enough to have fantasy value. This is kind of what we expect from the Thunder. We'll see if they'd make any moves to try to make a push here for the finals, or at least the Western Conference Finals. On the Boston side, Kyrie Irving is back, and he's just such a phenomenal scorer. 14 of 19 from the field today, 30 points, 11 assists to go along with that, 4 rebounds, a 3-pointer. Marcus Smart, 18 points. He is hard to trust. Tonight had a great game. 7 assists, 6 of 11 from the field, 4 3-pointers, 2 steals, always getting the defensive stats. Horford, 17 points, 9 assists, 8 of 13 from the field, 2 steals, and a block. Jason Tatum contributes in 31 minutes, 11 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, and then Hayward goes back to his pre-Hayward breakout, if he had a breakout. Just 3 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists this evening, along with a steal. Jaylen Brown, much better line off the bench, 12 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists on 4 of 6 shooting, including 2 of 2 from the 3-point line. Terry Rozier, watching him to see if he does get moved to trade deadline, although if Anthony Davis sweepstakes available, good chance he'll stay put and Boston won't make a move till after the season. We'll see. We'll see if they do move him to if they do move Davis to LA. I guess before Thursday there'll be a chance some of these guys from Boston move as well, but it's becoming less likely with each passing day. All right, one more game. Clippers against Toronto. Clippers 103, 121. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander putting up the stats that I believe he can do consistently. 19 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists on 9 of 15 shooting, a steal, 2 blocks. The best player on the court today, but their best player overall is Tobias Harris. Struggled today, 5 of 18 from the field for 13 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Avery Bradley continues to disappoint in just 22 minutes. Montrezl Harrell starts but ends up fouling. He fouled out after 30 minutes. So he got a decent run. Just 10 points tonight, though, on 5 of 8 shooting. Just 3 rebounds, assists. Did get 4 big blocks and a steal. Beverly, his run of great nights has kind of ended. Not a bad night, but not a great one. Just 12 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and a 3-pointer. Shot 4 of 8 from the field and 3 of 3 from the free throw line. Lou Williams continues to score off the bench. 21 minutes, 18 points on 5 of 11 shooting. Boban is out there for 17 minutes, 10 and 9. This team seems pretty much set. I think they're going to be looking for Kawhi in the offseason, so don't expect them to make any changes between now and Thursday, at least nothing significant. And therefore, I don't see anything to change on the fantasy side. Toronto got the win here. I probably didn't mention the score, 121-103. Toronto scores 121, led by Kawhi, who puts up 18 points on 6 of 12 shooting, 3 3-pointers, 3 of 3 from the line, a block, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. Kyle Lowry did not play today, which means Van Fleet will be started tonight or started this afternoon. Puts up a decent line every time he has the opportunity to start. I don't say he's a must start, but certainly if you can pick him up and stream him, he usually does okay. Tonight, 9 points on 4 of 10 shooting. Had a 3-pointer, 3 steals, 7 assists, and 5 rebounds. So a decent game from him fantasy-wise. Usually does a better job reality-wise. Danny Green, 20 minutes, not much to speak of. Let's go through Serge Ibaka. Double-double, 16 points, 12 rebounds. He has been solid, as you all know, this year. Nice resurgence from him. Pascal Siakam has been my pickup of the year, and perhaps yours too, in 22 minutes, 15 points, 4 rebounds, 4 of 10 shooting, 6 of 7 from the line, a 3-pointer, and a block. A lot of minutes here for Toronto as it was a one-sided game. OG Anunoby plays 24 minutes. CJ Miles, 22. DeLon Wright, 20. Greg Monroe even plays 20 minutes. So fantasy value spread out across the board, and no one really had dominant night except for really Ibaka, who held his own with the 16 points and 12 rebounds. We'll see if Toronto, if they are buyers at the trade deadline. I know there are rumors that they would love to get Anthony Davis as well, although that seems like a long shot. They certainly have a chance. They had that tough loss against Milwaukee over the weekend or a few days ago. Milwaukee right now sits atop the East, but Toronto certainly no surprise if they make it out of the East. And I think with their depth, I don't think anyone can compete with Golden State, but I think they would have as good a chance of anyone, which means they might win one game. If Golden State is firing on all cylinders, they're just so good. Anyway, that is going to do it for tonight's show. Just 3 games tonight. Hopefully Adrian will get his computer fixed and I'll be back tomorrow. Otherwise, maybe you'll be stuck with me again. If not, I can try to find another co-host, but this happened at the last minute. So apologies for that. Looks like we have 6 games tomorrow, so relatively late Monday. Hope if you are a degenerate gambler like myself and you've been on a Super Bowl, it worked out for you. Only thing I bet on did not. Let's see, what did I bet on? I think I bet on Gronkowski over yards, which tells you. But I make very small bets on things I don't know about, and I actually make very small bets in general. But I just heard that from somewhere and it sounded good, and so I think it might have hit. It was so small I didn't even check it. But anyway. That will do it for the box score breakdown for Super Bowl Sunday. I will also mention our sponsor is Hawaiian Isles Kona Coffee. You can find their product at their website, hawaiianisles.com, or on amazon.com. You can also hit me up on Twitter at ballwithneil, BALLWITHNEIL. Comments, criticisms, feedback, thoughts on life. Be happy to respond and even talk about on the show if you so desire. Thanks again for listening, and we'll be back on tomorrow night.
This has been a Hoop Ball presentation.